Hey there, how y'all doing? This is Weapons Tech Mac coming to you from deep in the heart of Texas, and tonight I've got a gun that kind of surprised me. In fact, of course, y'all know that if you've looked at any of my videos on my channel, I've kind of done several reviews on my Taurus G3c, and I really hadn't been tempted to get like the new Taurus G3c or the G4X, any of that. I'm just very happy with the G3c that I've got. But they had a sale, I think it was at Palmetto, for a two-toned G3c for $250, and you get a $25 rebate. Comes with 3 magazines. I'm like, well, hell, let's give her a try. So I picked this up, had it a little over a week, I guess. I've run it through its paces, and so I'm gonna do a review on this new acquisition of mine, this Taurus G3c. So first off, let's make sure she's all clear. She is. I'll bring you a little closer in here. This gun has surprised me. Now, like I said, I really like my G3c, but there are some quirks about it I had to kind of work with, like the trigger, especially in the beginning, was kind of wonky, and you know, after the many rounds, and I took a little sandpaper in there and smoothed things up, and that trigger's not so bad. But you know, I was kind of worried how this new G3c is going to be. Well, I'll tell you this, Taurus has stepped up their game with this pistol. Now, I've seen some of the other reviews on the G3c, and pretty much they're very positive and indicating that they too believe that Taurus has definitely picked up their game with this pistol. Now, of course, the G3c was kind of a trendsetter and really put Taurus on the map. And this is just no different. I mean, this is just an improvement over the G3c. Same size, same basic setup. You can take the G3c's, the same magazines. 12+1, striker fire, polymer frame. And it has a second strike capability. So this trigger is pretty amazing, and a lot better than the G3c's right out the box. And I mean, just a beautiful feeling trigger. And again, you got the second strike capability, you know, with shooting some of that steel cased ammo maybe, and hit the primer hard enough, you can hit it again. Plus, I find that G3c, I use it a lot on one of them electronic target practice things I use with my phone. But the second strike thing works real good with that. But let's give you kind of a look-see at this guy. Now, I like this two-tone color. They had it in FDE and then standard black, and I think they even had a OD green one. I'm sure they'll come up with the various different colors. But anyway, you've got really good stippling on the grip, just like the G3c and the G3. It's just a good grip to it, not too overwhelming. And you know, I don't think it'll irritate your side if you use it inside the waistband holster. Of course, this one does have the manual thumb safety, just like the G3c. And then, of course, you've got the safety in the trigger there itself. Safety is really easy to activate. Just sweep your thumb down. And if you're, you know, an old 1911 man, this is not any new thing to you. In fact, it's a good, easy trigger to sweep down. This one's a little different than the 3-dot sights. It's got that sight at the front there, and 1 dot up front, and a blacked out rear with If that's got ribbing. Yep, the blacked out rear does have some ribbing on it. If you looked at close, not focusing very good. But the side picture's good. Has front striations to hold on to if you want to do a press check. Rear, and they're aggressive. You can get a good grip to it. Especially down here in Texas, in summertime, you get sweaty or maybe a little oil or something on your fingers and you don't have a good grip, you might be having issues with that. But this, as well as G3c, pretty good striations, although the G3c does not have the front. It's a little different on the slide than the G3c. I'll bring the G3c out a little later and you know, show you a little bit difference there. It does have a rail, put your light, laser, whatever, and magazine release is on the left-hand side. Releases it really nice. It's a 12 round mag, just like the G3c, same magazine actually. And I've not had any issues with these Taurus magazines for the G3c or this. Of course, I haven't had this but a week. Has the same kind of takedown as the G3c, same kind of lock kind of takedown. Pull the two little tabs down, pull it back, pull the two tabs down, and it'll just come right off. They say that pretty much uses Glock sights, so I guess if you want to get night sights so for it, it wouldn't even be that big of a deal. Now, I don't know if you want to get night sights for a $250 gun. I don't know. It has little fingered indentation, and you can rest, you know, where to rest your finger on. I guess if you're one of those that extends your thumb all the way out, that'll help you with that. But I don't know, maybe my hands are too small or too fat or too old and decrepit. I just is not very comfortable shooting it like that. So when I shoot, you're going to see my thumb, my left thumb, be a little further back. And that works for me, okay? Let's see, what else? Everything's fit and finished. I mean, it's nice. It has a good feel to it. Doesn't feel cheap. Of course, it has polymer guide rod. Yellow follower in the magazine. Definitely know when you're out. Difference from the G3c is there is no loading indicator round that pops up. It does have a little window you can look in there. So, you know, there's some people that like the loading indicator. Some don't. Me, I guess I'd rather have the loaded indicator, because if it's dark or whatever, you're not going to be able to look into that little peephole, whereas you could just feel it, and it's like, okay, yeah, there's something in there. Let's see. On the magazine, it does have a little bit of a... Oh, shut up, Siri. Magazine, you got a little indentations down there. And, you know, if you got to rip that thing out, you got something to grab hold of. So that's nice. Let's see, that kind of gives you just a good once round on this gun. So we'll go to kind of a desktop, show you some shooting, go to that end. All right, so we got a little open box thing here. I just got a Taurus G3c. So G3c. Two-tone, got it on sale at Gun Buyer, $259. Plus, this comes with $25 rebate, so I don't need that. You can see comes with 3 magazines. That's pretty sweet. Here I am trying to do this one-handed. That's not very handy. Alright, so there she is. Do a review of this bad boy here pretty soon. But brand new right out of the box. And I guess they have some special sales on Taurus holsters and such. All right, so let's take a little closer look, little tabletop on the G3c, and I'll give you a little breakdown on it. So capacity is 12 plus 1. Like I indicated, this came with 3 12-round magazines. It's a single action with restrike capabilities. It is a striker-fired polymer frame pistol. The front side is fixed. The rear side is drift adjustable, as you can see there. Frame size is compact. The barrel length is 3.2 inches. Overall length of the pistol is 6.3 inches. Overall height is a little over 5 inches tall. Overall width is almost 1.25 inches. Weight is 22 ounces empty. Now it does have a rail. Again, restrike capabilities. Slide finish is matte stainless. It has some kind of a finish on it. Frame finish is black. Barrel finish is matte stainless. Very impressive pistol from what I've noticed over the last little bit of putting it through its paces. And just handled, I think I put 150 rounds through it now, and it handled everything without a hitch. Steel case, jacketed, semi-jacketed, hollow points, ball, all that. Cheap crap, good ammo, all that. Not a problem. The sights, got the blackout rear and the single dot front. It gives you a decent sight picture. I'd rather probably have the 3 dot, but that's okay. This is pretty good. It's an accurate pistol. All your gears on the left side, your thumb safety, manual thumb safety, your slide stop, magazine release. They do give you these little finger pads to rest your finger on, I guess, and your thumb. I guess it helps. It's got nice striations front and rear. They have a good feeling to it. Texture is excellent on the grip. I usually put Talon grips on my pistols, but with my Taurus G3c and this one as well, I see no reason in doing that. There's only one other pistol I haven't had to put Talons on, other, if it's an expensive pistol like my Staccato or high dollar Kimber. But my Shield Plus, I love the grips on it as well. But that's kind of a breakdown of this guy. I'll do a little comparison to some other contemporary pistols that are compact, give you an idea of size. Okay, obviously on the left is the G3c, on the right is the G2c. So you see the G2c does not have striations up front. It's got that little scallop out at the side, whereas the G3 does not. G3 has a little more bevel at the front. They're basically the same width, even though the G2c looks to be a little thicker. It's just because of those scallops off of that. The G2c has the loaded chamber indicator, whereas this just has the little window to look through. Sights, well, there's a big difference in the sights. Get my big thumb out of the way. Compare it to the G2 to the G3c. Let's see. Off to the side here, there's a lot of exactly the same stuff. I mean, your thumb safety, your slide release, your magazine release. The triggers Oh my gosh, the trigger on the G3c is so much better. Now, I've kind of tinkered with the trigger on this, like I indicated on my review on the G2c. And it made it better, but it still has a few little hiccups that I'm used to it now, so I have no problems with it. But this thing here, trigger is just beautiful. I'm very impressed with that. The fit and finish seems pretty tight. Now, like I said, this one's got over 6,000 rounds on it now, and it's still a pretty decent tight finish. I mean, looks like it's a little gap there, whereas, well, I guess this one is too. So, anyway, they basically look a lot alike. They use the same magazines. I could take the magazine and swap it out of here and vice versa. My G2c is, I use it as a yard working garage gun, carrying outside kind of gun. And yeah, that's a, so let's go ahead and look at, compare these to some contemporaries. Now here's a Shield Plus. The Shield Plus is in my rotation of EDC. I really like it. It's an excellent pistol, and I don't think I've done a review on my Shield Plus yet. But you can see approximately the same size. The Shield Plus maybe is a tiny bit shorter, both in length. Of course, the Shield Plus has its 10-round magazine. It does have a 13-round that'll pop it down here a bit. And Shield Plus is, a little tiny bit narrower. And then if you compare these with a Glock 26, of course that's not a Glock 26, that's my Glock 33. It's basically the same thing except 357 SIG. The Glock 26 is, it's approximately the same size as that, although the Glock's a bit wider. So you can kind of see the comparison between these pistols. But you get quite a bit for the money you spend on this G3c. 3 magazines. And I'm seeing a lot of rave reviews on this particular pistol, just like on the G2c. They just work. Timex of pistols, I guess you could say. Now you're gonna have Taurus haters come on. One guy come on my site on my 6,000 round thing on my G2c and said, "Oh wait, no way in hell that it's got 6,000 rounds through it. It'd wear the rifling right out of the barrel." Well, I called him on his bluff, broke it down, showed inside the barrel, and oh my God, the rifling is still there. It just showed his ignorance and his hate for Taurus, I guess, mixed together. But anyway, for you Taurus haters, just hold your nose, move on to the next review. I'm sure I've got a Glock or a Kimber or a Smith or something like that in there you might enjoy a little better than Taurus. But you got to give Taurus its due. And they're proving their worth to me, I'll tell you, at least these G series. So that kind of was my little tabletop on the G3c. Okay, new Taurus G3c. See how she runs. So far, I'm real impressed with this pistol. like it. Okay, so we got a Taurus G3c. See how she runs. All right, Victor, give the G3c a run. There we go. All right, so we'll put a wrap on this. This is a few days later, when I started the whole thing out, but don't mind the chimes in the background. You can hear, I guess we got another storm coming in. And I mean, the last few days, pretty weird. Hot, dry weather. And then we've had multiple wildfires all over the place. It looked like Fort Hood was burning up there for a couple of days. I know the fire that was on Fort Hood, Coryell County, was up to like 35,000 acres. I'm not sure whether they've got it contained or what. But anyway, don't mind the chimes. Wrap this G3c up. Surprised me. It really did. I didn't know if they could make it better than the G2c, but they did. They're just some damn good improvements on this pistol compared to the G2c. The trigger, I guess you could say, would be the main thing on this compared to the G2c. And it has, from what I can tell, the reliability of the G2c. It's just going to shoot. Pull the trigger, it's going to shoot. Doesn't matter what kind of ammo you got in it, it's running it. And so, to kind of wrap up on this, G3c, highly recommend. Big thumbs up, double thumbs up for the Taurus G3c. This is Weapons Tech Mac coming to you from deep in the heart of Texas. God bless Texas. God bless the United States. And long live the Republic.
Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes up.